Aiming in Black Ops 6 is almost as hard as catching a fly with chopsticks. You guys are not alone, trust me. It is one of the hardest games to actually track enemies properly, and then that's because of a lot of factors. There's fast movement, aim assist sometimes feels broken, there's just a whole lot of stuff in this game that doesn't work in your favor, and not only that, to top it all off, the desync issues with the servers where the enemies look like they're dropping you in one bullet every time you shoot first could be very frustrating. But today we're going to talk about a couple of things to help you guys aim better in Black Ops 6. Now the first thing I'm going to talk about is in the settings. If you watched my video yesterday, it's a 6-minute video. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. I will say you could skip probably 2 minutes of this video. Go ahead, look in the timeline down below, skip to, I don't know, 2 minutes ahead or something. I'll have it marked down there and you guys will see. But if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I really recommend listening up to this right here. First thing you want to do is go into your controller settings, all right? You're going to go to dead zone input. Now, in the past, I've told you guys to play on the right stick minimum of 0. This is wrong. Do not play on 0, and I apologize for telling you guys to do this. It is absolutely wrong. You want your right stick minimum to be a minimum of 5, 10 being the number you want to try and stick with, and 15 being the highest you will ever go to. Now, the reason for this, and the reason I don't recommend playing on 0, is because when you play on 0 and you start aiming at an enemy, and you just move that right joystick just very little, your aim assist will not work. It will get off the enemy, you will miss your shots, it will not work at all. If you put it up to 10 and you start aiming at an enemy, even if you micro adjust your aim and stuff, it's going to glue to the enemy a lot easier. I showed you guys in yesterday's video a lot of examples. If you want to see the examples, go and check that out. Really important. And the right stick max, you could put all the way up to 100, and I recommend getting control freaks, which will make this go up to like 150 pretty much. You can't actually change it in game, but control freaks is an attachment you put on your controller. You guys could even use code YOOO and save yourself 12% on any purchase. I got you guys, don't worry, I got y'all covered. Now, one thing I will say is left stick, you just want to leave this as close to 0 as you can, as long as you don't have stick drift, and the left stick max, you want to leave it at 25. That's all right. Now, these right here, like I said, you're going to lower those. Another thing you want to do in this game is actually try your best to focus on where you're aiming. If you see an enemy and you see that you can hit chest shots, hit the chest over the head. And the reason I always recommend going for chest shots instead of headshots is because on average in Black Ops 6, headshots only do an extra 2 damage per shot. Treyarch has said it, they don't want headshots to be super effective anymore. They don't want it to be the strongest thing in the game and stuff. And it's true. So if you have a gun that shoots out 25 damage per shot, and then you're hitting headshots that shoot out 27 damage per shot, it's going to take the exact same amount of bullets to kill someone in the chest as it will in the head. And the reason I recommend aiming at the chest is 2 reasons. One, it is the biggest target on the enemy to hit, so you always want to aim at the chest. 2, if you are aiming at the chest and you do end up getting a few headshots thrown in there because of recoil, because of flinch, it's going to work out in your favor. So that's another thing that you guys want to focus on when just trying to get your accuracy good in this game. Now, a lot of people shoot and they aim at the legs, they shoot and they aim at the arms and stuff, and it just doesn't work. And another thing is, if you are going for headshots and stuff, if you're trying to get camos and whatnot, you might have realized something I've realized. You will be aiming at the head. You know for a fact you are aiming at the enemy's head and you don't get that headshot. There's just something really weird. The hitboxes in this game are really weird. It's just a lot of tough stuff in your situation. Another thing you want to do is to go into your settings again, and I promise guys, this is the last thing I'm talking about settings. And what you want to do is aiming advanced settings. I'm going to just say it really quickly here. Set it to gradual, set it to dynamic, set your slope scale to 0.80, all right? That is it. And then in your custom zoom level, put this one down to 0.90 or 0.95 or 0.85 even, somewhere around there. Find out which one's nice for you. I'm gonna leave mine at 0.90. That's really nice right there. And that's it right there. Another thing is to make yourself a hard target to hit. If you're out in the open, just standing there like a sitting duck, the enemies are going to drop you really easily. So even if you shoot them first, they have a high chance of turning and still dropping you. So you got to be careful with that as well. You don't want to just be a sitting duck. The best way to work on your accuracy is to make sure that the enemy has the least possible accuracy they could get on you. And this is by going on head glitches. For those of you guys who don't know, head glitches is when you stand behind an object. It could be a car, it could be a box, it could be literally anything. Stand behind there, you're going to be very hard to hit. Have you ever tried to hit someone when they're standing behind the Jeep on Nuketown? It's very hard to hit them when they're there, and that's for good reason. So one, you're going to be getting less shots at you. They're not going to be hitting all their shots on you, so you're going to flinch a lot less. Your accuracy is going to be a lot nicer to control. You will see their entire body. You will be able to drop them really, really fast. They will just see the top of your head. You're going to be really hard. So the harder you are to hit, the more accurate you actually become, which is weird. It shouldn't work like that, but it does. So thank God for head glitching. It's cool. I love it. Now, another thing that I gotta say is that when you're actually going in the game, your accuracy feels nice. Everything feels good. You're utilizing head glitches and stuff like that. Everything's working out in your favor. You gotta actually focus and know where the enemies are coming from, because if you're turning around too often for shots, if there's enemies coming way too many times, I'm losing my words here, way too often there's enemies coming behind you. Well, I'll tell you guys, the reason I'm losing my words here is because I'm on chat with tech support right now. They're awful, okay? I hate talking with these people. I respond to them right away, and they take about an hour in between every response to get back to me. So it's annoying, but yeah, that I'm doing right now as I'm making this video. But anyways, back to the video. You don't want enemies coming behind you. You don't want enemies coming beside you and stuff like that, because then you're an easy target to hit. If you have to readjust your aim at all times, turning around on people, all that kind of stuff, you're not playing the game right. You want to make sure that you're in a position where 9 out of 10 times enemies are only going to come from in front of you, and then you're going to use your crosshairs, and you're going to have those pre-aimed at hard locations where you know enemies keep coming from. Let's say you're behind the Jeep on Nuketown. You're pointed towards the yellow house. You know for a fact people are coming out of the garage, people are coming out of the front door, and people are coming out from the side, but there's also people up top sometimes. Not as often, but there is some people up top. Where do you want to have your gun aimed? Well, there's a lot of places to choose, but you got to think, what is the one spot most people are going to come out of? If they're all the way at the garage, that's pretty far. It's on the other side of the map. Even if you're not aimed at them, you could just crouch behind the car. They won't be able to kill you from that distance, so have your gun pointed towards the alleyway on the right side, beside the house, and the front doorway. This way, if someone does come out of the front door, all you got to do is ADS and drop them. If someone comes out from the side, you just got to readjust your aim by micro movements, little millimeter peters. Who else has one? Yeah, I don't, but we're gonna pretend I do because it's gonna go with the video. But that's gonna be it. If you guys watch the whole video, I appreciate it. If you guys like my weird humor, I appreciate it as well. If you guys could comment something random down below, comment strawberries, I don't care. It's gonna help the algorithm, it's gonna help push these videos out. I will truly appreciate you guys as well. Subscribe to the channel with those noties turned on. My name is Nick, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.